And finally, when Aung San Suu Kyi visited Thailand several months ago, she points out to the need for better vocational training, education and job creation in order to improve people's lives in Myanmar. In this next story, our reporter Panu Wongcha-um visited places on the Thai-Myanmar border which have for decades provide education and training for Burmese migrant children and sometimes even legally. More in this story.
At a glance, this may look like any ordinary school anywhere in Thailand. The only difference is that all the students and most of the teachers here are all Burmese. Located at the Thai border town of Mae Sot, this school is one of the 74 so-called learning centers in the area, offering international curriculum classes to almost 14,000 sons and daughters of Burmese migrant workers. In the last 2 decades, learning center like this one has been offering basic education and even some vocational training to the Burmese living along the Thai-Myanmar border. Officially, these schools are not recognized by either the Myanmar or the Thai governments, but in recent years, effort has been made to change all that. Father Rangsipon Pan is one of a few Thais who are involved in the setting up of these learning centers and has spent years trying to convince the local authority of its value.
จนถึงปัจจุบันนี้ศูนย์เหล่านี้ก็ได้มีโอกาสที่วัฒนาการเติบโตขึ้นจนทำให้เขตเนี่ยได้เข้ามามีส่วนในการจัดการศึกษานะครับมีส่วนในเรื่องของงานด้านวิชาการอบรมครูสื่อการสอนอะไรต่างๆเหล่านี้มากขึ้นนะครับและศูนย์ต่างๆเหล่านี้ก็ยอมรับในเขตพื้นที่อย่างมากนะแล้วก็ทำให้เกิดการเรียนการสอนได้มีคุณภาพสำหรับเด็กไร้สัญชาติและเด็กพม่า
More than just classroom, some of these learning center provides hands-on training like fixing cars, motorbikes and welding works. As part of a local agreement, the students at this particular center also have the chance to work in proper workshop at the local Mae Sot Vocational College as well.
The Burmese students are so keen to learn. They have very limited opportunity in Burma with the way that the education system has degraded over the last 20 years there. And so that the opportunities such as Aung San Suu Kyi asked for vocational development and technical teaching are just not available in Burma to the same extent. And so it's a really unique opportunity here in Mae Sot.
Trainings at learning centers in these parts varied according to the needs of students, the availability of the fund and teaching personnel. There are even a center that offers law courses in English and Burmese. Resources aside, the biggest challenge remains the lack of official recognition, according to an NGO which supported 26 of these learning centers.
In reality, our work in Thailand is as illegal education. So nobody is recognize us. Even though we are in Thailand, we are not recognized by Thai government or Burmese government. So our future, we dream that we would like to do, if possible, for private school. The second is school within school.
School within school is an idea that the Thai Education Authority came up with about a decade ago to sidestep legal obstacle and enable Burmese students Thai qualification.
Let's say now we have one vocational school. We would like to train in a school with a Thai vocational college in our area. So for the future, for the student, they can get a good experience and they can get a good certificate.
So far though, only 2 learning centers are participating in this scheme due to many limitations. Nevertheless, there is a growing recognition, at least at the local level, that situation must improve.
แต่สิ่งที่ Migrant ทุกคนยังขาดอยู่กำลังหาแนวทางก็คือทำยังไงเขาถึงจะมีโอกาสได้ Certificate ตอนนี้แนวคิดที่มันดูแล้วมันน่าจะมีความเป็นไปได้มากก็คือเด็กกลุ่มเหล่านี้เนี่ยเมื่อถึงระยะหนึ่งเขาอาจจะต้องไปเรียนของกศน.เราหวังว่าถ้าเด็กเหล่านี้เนี่ยเด็กต่างด้าวเหล่านี้เนี่ยได้เรียนในเมืองไทยได้มีความรู้มีอาหารกลางวันมีอาหารเสริมนมเหมือนเด็กไทยทุกอย่างแล้วเนี่ย สิ่งเหล่านี้จะเป็นความผูกพันที่จะเกิดขึ้นระหว่างไทยกับประเทศเพื่อนบ้าน
For a long time, the Burmese children along the Thai-Myanmar border have had to forge their own future, making do with what is available to them. But as awareness about their plight grows, not least among their hosts, perhaps things will improve for future generations. I'm Panu Wongcha-um of Thai News Agency reporting for ASEAN TV from Mae Sot District, Tak Province.